Salutations, and welcome to another episode of Foxx Plays KSP, the 365-day challenge, the reboot. So, here we are at KSC, and I'm going to fly a mission to our Vega 2 station, which is actually just over the horizon. Actually not over the horizon, it's kind of up there somewhere. But yeah, it's going to be a historic expansion, and a really interesting mission, I find. But to talk a bit more about it, I'm gonna do my usual thing, and I'll see you on the launch pad. Okay, so here we are, and this is our vehicle for today. It is a Proton rocket again, an ALV-2. It's very hard to see. It blends in very well. ALV-2, representing a Proton rocket. Once again, nearly all of our parts are from the Tantares Mod Pack, giving us this wonderful aesthetic. And so we're gonna get going. So first off, I'm gonna set my target as the incoming station. Set as target. Alright. Here we go! So yes, our mission today is Cosmos 1686. And it's pretty interesting because it's the first add-on module to a space station. Up until this point, all space stations had been launched in a single piece, and they would receive usually just one craft at a time, but Salyut 6 could dock 2 spacecraft at a time. But they weren't permanent. They deliver their cargo, whether that was personnel or equipment, and then they'd be filled with either returning people and returning experiments or garbage, in the case of Progress, and then undock and deorbit. Alright, so we actually need to be going north. Okay, and we are burning north. Good. So this was the first module that was ever docked to a space station on a permanent basis. So that makes it fascinating. So that's going to be our mission today. And actually, our ascent profile is a little off because we're trying to catch up with our space station rapidly, because it's just up there, really. Just like right over there. Kind of makes me wish I had distant object enhancement on, so I could actually see. Right, and our first stage cutoff is rapidly approaching here. Alright, and you know, I should add some retro rockets to the first stage of this Proton. Just seems right, you know. Actually, I'm going to have to investigate that a bit further. Whether or not the Proton had like Ulange motors on the middle stage, on the second stage, or if it had like retro rockets on the first stage. I'd be interested to look into that a bit more thoroughly. Alright, we're burning kind of a bit too aggressively north, so we're going to burn that way now. Try and get a bit more south, or east, as the case may be. Alright, and that should be fine. Alright, and what's our periapsis there? 90 and 87. So it's actually pretty close. Alright, we've actually almost burnt through all of our propellant here in our second stage. And we're going to add maneuver here. And this will try and get our apoapsis to more or less match apoapsis 100. 104, 108. Perfect. Alright, that should give us more or less what we need. So, alright, and we're outside the atmosphere, so we're going to discard our fairing here. Make sure we leave it on a suborbital trajectory. Alright, and 27-second burn coming up. We're actually going to use our RCS to just kind of get us on target a bit quicker. Alright, and I'm going to time accelerate just a tad. We're going to want to burn it 13.5 seconds, give or take. Alright, and here we go. Now this stage will not last us the whole burn, so we will have to stage in the middle of the burn and go just on this upper stage. But I mean, that was like 200 delta V, I didn't want to waste it. So. But yeah, so here is Cosmos 1686, and as you can see, it has very large propellant tanks, and these were very indicative of the TKS style or series of modules. And it had this return capsule that was heavily modified for Cosmos 1686 because normally it would have this big long construction up here that would be basically the retro engine. It would use that to fire to return to Earth, but it didn't need that because it was going to be a permanent installation. So instead, they put in a sensor suite, which I have modeled using a box sat from the mod box sat and a carbonite detector from the mod carbonite. So now we're on our orbit. We're going to want to get to our ascending node. Yep, which is right here. Okay, just going to move that right there, and we're going to equalize our orbits. Alright, and we're going to need to push our orbit out a little, and then pull back a bit. Alright, and that should be a more or less the same orbit as our target. And then we'll adjust from there. And hopefully we will rendezvous in one orbit. I'm just going to turn my RCS on just so that we stabilize a little bit quicker. As you can tell, because I'm getting this done so early, I can take a much more leisurely approach and show you a lot more footage. So, just coming up on the end of our burn here. Alright, and it should be close enough, I think. Alright, so now what we need to do is we need to find this. Alright, so the next time we orbit, we're going to basically move that such that that was just a small manual burn, just to get our orbits a little bit more aligned. Alright, how am I going to do this? I guess I could burn from here. And there we go. Alright, and that's rendezvous in one orbit. We're going to have to push ourselves way the heck out there, but I think that should be fine. Let's just take a quick look here. We've got a total of... Oh yeah, that's fine. We can do that just on this upper stage, I think. Alright, well, I'm actually going to put a cut here and zip on over to our maneuver node, so I'll meet you there. Alright, here. Oh, hiccup there. Sorry, excuse me. There we are at our maneuver. Burning into the dawn. Alright, so this should mean that we'll be able to rendezvous within one orbit, which is always nice. I kind of wish that I had thought of decreasing my orbit, but the orbits are kind of low to do that. And we've unfortunately burned a bit too far. I'm going to use our RCS here to just kind of speed things along. Alright, and just puttering here, ever so slightly. And boom. Alrighty. So that should give us a nice close encounter. Okay, great. So I'm actually going to just zip around, and I'll meet you back when we have our rendezvous. Alright, and here we are, sliding into our maneuver node, and we've actually left it too far too late. And we're actually going to try and use our RCS to just speed things along here. Oh my goodness, flying right by! No! Alright, we're actually going to dump our stage here. Alright, and we're going to control from here. And we've got a pair of engines up here that we use for our maneuvering. Sorry they're so loud. But they're also Tantares parts. They are Tantares engines, so switch to burning straight at our target. All right, and anti-target. Actually, we're going to point. Alright, and we're actually in a good position to deploy. So here we go. Very nice. Spin us around here. Make sure we don't run out of power. So unfortunately our upper stage is going to be stuck on an orbital trajectory, but I'll probably just delete it later. Alright, and we're going to burn hard and try and slow ourselves down to about 20 ms. as soon as we're in plane, more or less, I'm going to slow us down to... I'm going to try and null out our velocity and maneuver such that we dock. Alrighty, so first we need to spin ourselves around here and chase cam. Alright, so first spin ourselves around because we're actually going the wrong way. Alright, and then we thrust back. Translate slightly. Note that the panels on this module are not sun tracking. They may well have been on Cosmos, but I don't remember. So we'll just have to see. All right, and I think we're clear. So we're gonna try and null out our velocity here. All right, so we're gonna thrust over. We're going to translate down as well. And we're just going to try and line ourselves up here. And that looks like we're coming in for a nice docking. Again? Seriously? Our curse is out of alignment? Again? Seriously? I'm going to have to do some further planning on the curse placement. And nice smooth docking. Alright, and just maneuvering slightly. And do a nice bit of a much gentler roll. Alright, and that looks to be a completed Salyut 7 station, complete with Cosmos 1686. Alright, well, I have been Foxx. This has been KSP with the Tantares Mod Pack. I hope you've enjoyed. Hope to see you again next time, and take care.